My beloved child. Can you hear me? In the stillness of your soul, beyond the noise of your worries and the weight of your burdens, I am calling your name. I am not far away. I am closer than your breath. Even when the world feels heavy, even when your heart feels tired, I am right here, holding you, guiding you, loving you beyond measure. You have carried so much on your own. You've tried to stay strong for everyone, to smile when it hurt, to keep going when you felt like giving up. But now I say to you, you don't have to do this alone. You were never meant to. I have seen every tear, heard every silent cry, and I am reaching out to lift what's too heavy for you. Let me carry you. There is no shame in your weakness. In fact, it's in those very moments, when you are tired, unsure, or even afraid, that my strength shines brightest in you. You are not disqualified because you've struggled. You are not forgotten because you've fallen behind. My love is not based on performance. It is not withdrawn when you fail. It is anchored in who I am, and I am forever faithful. I long for you to rest, not just physically, but deep in your spirit. Come away with me, even if only for a few quiet moments each day. Let my peace flood the places where anxiety once lived. Let my voice drown out the noise of fear. I will remind you who you are, mine. Chosen. Treasured. Secure. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to figure it all out. You just need to take my hand. Even now, I am working on your behalf. I am arranging things you cannot see. I am opening doors you didn't know existed. I am turning what the enemy meant for harm into something beautiful. Trust my timing. Trust my plan. Most of all, trust my heart, for it beats with love for you. Stay with me. Don't rush away from this moment. Let me remind you, you are not alone. Not now. Not ever. I will carry you through. Now that you have placed your burdens down and allowed me to lift what has been too heavy, let's walk forward together, one quiet step at a time. The path ahead may not always be clear, but I assure you, I am the one who charts it. You don't have to strive or stress over what's next. I go before you, preparing the way with gentleness and wisdom. There are moments coming where my presence will refresh you in ways you've never known. You'll find strength in stillness, courage in calm, and clarity in moments where the world offers only confusion. As you begin to trust my pace, you'll stop measuring your life by outcomes, and instead, start seeing it through the lens of my peace. Let go of the pressure to rush. Healing, growth, and divine guidance aren't found in constant motion. They're discovered in surrender, in breathing deep and letting me restore the places within you that have been worn thin. You have given much. You've poured out for others. Now, it's time for you to be filled again, not with fleeting comfort, but with lasting joy, rooted in my unshakable love. I am renewing your mind, realigning your steps, and gently reviving the dreams you thought were lost. Nothing is wasted, not the time, not the tears, not the silence. I use it all. The waiting has been working in you, shaping a resilience that only grows in trust. It's not weakness to rest, it's wisdom. Even I, your creator, rested. I designed you for rhythms of grace, not endless striving. So breathe deeply. Let my spirit fill your lungs with life. Lift your gaze from what drained you and look instead to me, your source. I am not demanding your perfection. I am inviting your presence. All I ask is that you come to me. Bring your raw heart, your honest prayers, your unspoken hopes. I can handle them all. There is more ahead, more than you can see, more than you have dared to ask for. But first, let your soul catch its breath. In this sacred pause, I am here. I always have been. And I always will be. As your soul begins to breathe again, you may notice something quietly stirring deep within you, hope. Not the kind shaped by fleeting emotions, but the kind built on the foundation of who I am. I see that flicker within you, that cautious desire to believe again, even after all you've been through. It's beautiful. And I will honor it. You've walked through seasons that wore you down. Moments that left questions hanging heavy in the air. But I never left your side. Even when your faith wavered, my devotion never did. And now, here in this moment of stillness, I'm gently rebuilding what was broken, not through pressure, but through presence. Let your guard down with me. You've been strong for so long, holding it all together. But in my hands, you're safe. You can be honest without fear. I'm not disappointed in you, I'm delighted by you. I don't measure your worth by your resilience or success. I look at your heart. I see its desire to keep going, to stay open, to love despite pain. That's courage. That's faith. I'm calling you into deeper trust, not because you've failed, but because I want to give you more than you've dared to imagine. But trust doesn't come from trying harder. It grows from time spent together. Just like a garden, it needs consistent care. So return to me, not just when the storm hits, but in the calm, the ordinary, the in-between. Those hidden moments are where intimacy grows. Your future is not defined by your past. Let go of the labels others gave you, too weak, too late, too much. I never said that. I call you chosen, beloved, and equipped. What I've placed in you is enough for what's ahead. And what's ahead isn't meant to crush you, but to call you higher, into a life shaped by purpose and joy. You may not see the full picture yet, but even in uncertainty, I remain steady. When your steps falter, I hold you up. When doubt whispers, I speak truth. When fear creeps in, I remind you of who walks beside you. You don't walk into the unknown alone, I am already there, waiting to meet you with grace. Let this be the place where your heart learns to trust again. You're not starting over, you're starting deeper. And that makes all the difference. As you begin to walk with renewed trust, I want you to understand something even deeper. Your life is not a story of failure, but one of redemption. Every chapter, even the painful ones, is part of a greater narrative that I, the author of life, am still writing. And I never write tragedy without resurrection. You may carry memories that ache, moments you wish had turned out differently. Regrets that seem to echo louder in the quiet. But hear me clearly, nothing is wasted in my hands. I take what's shattered and craft something stronger. I don't erase your story, I redeem it. Where others saw brokenness, I see potential. Where the world measured you by what you lost, I value what you've gained: compassion, endurance, humility, depth. These qualities were forged not in ease, but in the fire. And now, they make you shine in ways superficial success never could. I am not ashamed of your scars. They speak of survival, of grace that held you when you couldn't hold yourself. You don't need to hide them from me. Let them be part of your testimony, a living reminder that you were never abandoned. My mercy was there in the midst of every battle. You are not behind. You are not late. You are right on time for what I am about to do next. The delay was never punishment, it was preparation. While you waited, I was working. While you prayed through tears, I was planting seeds. And now, in this season, something new is beginning to sprout. You may feel hesitant to believe it. That's okay. Faith doesn't require certainty, it simply needs willingness. A quiet yes is enough for me to move. I honor even the smallest steps toward me, the faintest whispers of hope. I know how hard it can be to open your heart after it's been disappointed. But I'm not like those who hurt you. My love will not fail you. I invite you to partner with me, not just to survive, but to live fully. To step into spaces you once avoided. To speak when you once stayed silent. To lift your head and expect goodness again. I am restoring boldness, but not the kind that demands attention. Yours will be the quiet confidence that comes from knowing who walks beside you. This is not the end. It's a divine continuation. A turning of the page. A new chapter filled with grace, vision, and divine appointments. Keep going, not because you must prove anything, but because there's more ahead than you ever imagined. And I am already waiting in the next scene. Now that your heart is awakening to hope again, I want you to take one more step, into the light I've already set before you. This light isn't distant or reserved for some distant future. It's here. It's now. It begins with one act of surrender, one moment of courage, one whispered yes in the quiet of your soul. You've waited. You've endured. You've listened. Now it's time to rise, not with striving, but with confidence that I've been preparing you for this all along. Every silent prayer, every sleepless night, every tear that fell without explanation, it was never overlooked. I was gathering each one, shaping them into something eternal. Something sacred. The place I'm leading you may not look like what you expected, but it will feel like home. Because it's where your soul meets its purpose, where your gifts are no longer hidden, and where your story begins to bless others in ways you can't yet imagine. What once felt like a detour will reveal itself as divine direction. You don't need to force anything. You don't need to compete, compare, or chase after what isn't yours. I've already carved out a space for you, a path where your steps will be steady and your spirit at ease. Walk it with me. Let me teach you a new rhythm, one that's not dictated by fear, but by grace. Not by pressure, but by peace. Your past does not disqualify you. Your pain does not define you. My promise over your life still stands. I have called you, not only to believe, but to become. To become the reflection of my love in a world that desperately needs light. To speak life where there's despair. To extend mercy where others choose judgment. To live differently, not to stand out, but to stand firm. You may still have questions. That's okay. I'm not asking you to have it all figured out. I'm asking you to walk with me, hand in hand, heart open. I will reveal what you need at the right time. I will confirm your steps. I will whisper the next move when your eyes can't yet see the way. This is your time, not to rush, but to respond. Not to strive, but to trust. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not disqualified. You are deeply known and wildly loved. And this journey we've started together, it's only just beginning. So come. Step forward. The light is waiting.